Hey guys, we're back here again. Chris from C&H Small Engine. Got a quick initial video for a machine we got here in a few days back. We're in the process of ordering parts for the machine. This is a late 80s, early 90s Honda vintage machine. This is a durable Honda HR214 machine. This is a self-propelled drive unit by the designation of SX on the deck down here. This one also has the durable engine on here, the overhead valve commercial industrial style engine right here, plus it has a good old manual recoil unit on top of the machine, plus the durable air filter box and cover on here. These ones are quite durable out here for that, and has the good old Keihin carb on this one as well too. There's your Keihin carb down in made in Japan. And this one is also self-propelled, and I'll give you the designation for the actual model number in the back here as well too. So I'll give you a shot of the actual bagger unit in the back here as well too, because everybody always wants to see the old bagger styles. Here we go, there's the bagger unit. There's your speed control, high and low, and a choke. Also your bell control for the self-propelled, and the rotor brake for the engine's we don't call blades. And here's the designation here. HR214JH. And your serial number, as usual, on your older models, is right in the back of the frame assembly right down here, guys. So it's always on the left-hand side if you're looking at it from the front of the unit right down here. So here's your serial number. So when you look up parts of the machine, need your serial number, guys. Need your model number, which is located right here. Or down, sorry about that. Serial number and model number. Model number is over here in the tag. Serial number is over here. Plus you also need the designation for the machine as well too. The SX1 right here for the self-propelled drive unit as well too. So you need all that information when you're looking up parts for the whole general machine, like your bagger, your upper and lower handle assemblies, all your cables, stuff like that as well too. So we'll give you a shot of the actual looks like from the back here. So there's from your first person point of view, looking down at the handles right there. Looks good. This one, it was stored in a shed behind the guy's house. The guy did not abuse it in any kind of way other than having that one chip taken out of the front of the deck. Everything looks like it should be working okay personally on here. Looks good. They all work okay on there. We did not, we were not able to start the machine up here because the customer left the thing sit in his shed for about, it was like 3 to 4 years. I think he was telling me on the phone when we were scheduling to pick his machine up. So it was sitting for quite some time, to say the least, right there for that. Then we had to have that machine running first before we can actually check out the drive unit and also the blade rotor stop and stuff like that, because the carb was we took the bottom of the bowl off real quick and put it back up on there. Gasoline smelled like turpentine, and it was quite dark brown down inside the carb. So we basically have a new carb on order right now, plus new intake gaskets and stuff like that. So we'll be doing that. Plus we'll also be changing out the spark plug on here as well too. Plus the oil needs to be changed out. So anytime you have a machine that's like sitting for any length of time, guys, it's always a good idea to get a new carb assembly for these machines down here. This one also has the fuel shutoff valve located directly onto the actual carb body itself right here. So you have a on and off shutoff valve right on the actual carb body right here. If you look on eBay, you might find some of the knockoff ones. They don't actually have that on there, so just be mindful of that one specific fact when you're looking for a part. New OEM carbs for these machines, they typically retail for about, let me see, I think they're going for about 55 to 60 bucks depending on the actual vendor you purchase it from. So if you can shop around. You might be able to find one for about 40, 45 bucks online, but the thing is, you might want to shop around for a few hours to obtain that low price. But I personally do not recommend purchasing the Chinese knockoff carb, simply because of the fact they will give you nothing but problems, guys. And always use an OEM carb as opposed to the $10 or $12 knockoff carb, simply because the Honda quality is a lot better than the Chinese quality out there. Even though you think you're saving some money, do not buy the Chinese equivalent carbs. The other reason why we put other reason why we have a new carb on order is because, unfortunately, whenever you add up the actual cost of doing a carb overhaul and rebuild, the actual parts, since Honda does not have a rebuild kit for most of their small engines like this one right here, it simply adds up for the actual parts cost more than the carb itself. So you have to think about logically and economically why you have to justify the actual putting on the new carb on her for this. That's why we have to tell the customer it's always a good idea to put the new carb on the Hondas rather than taking them apart, cleaning them out, and rebuild them and stuff like that. Because if this guy had a Tecumseh or a Kawasaki or Briggs & Stratton, I'd simply say, yeah, we'll go ahead and rebuild the carb, no problem, and you probably have it done the same day. But since it's a Honda, 99% of the time, it's more economical to put a new carb onto the machine, guys. So just be mindful of that fact when you're looking up parts for your Honda and you figure out the actual parts for the rebuild cost more than the actual carb is worth. So if anybody has any comments, questions, whatnot, this has been a quick initial review of the Honda HR214 SX self-propelled lawnmower right here with the rotor stop. These are built like a tank, guys, so they are durable machines. If you get one that is in relatively good shape and it has not been abused as well too, guys. So anybody has any comments, questions, whatnot, as usual, feel free to leave me a message here and we'll try to get back to you as soon as possible with any kind of answer to your question. So I'll see you guys. Have a nice day.